Hey, what's going on, guys? It's another beautiful day to bill search, so let's go through some of my pocket money, see if we can find anything that's worth more than face value. So we're looking for ink issues, print issues, overall errors with the note, fancy serial numbers or patterns in the serial number, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. It can make your bills worth way more than their face value. If you're interested in that, coins, or any other collectibles, hit subscribe and join the fun here on the channel. So I'll stop yapping. Let's get to it with this $5 bill, Series 2013. Wow, can't talk. Series 2017, a little bit of an odometer note. That's where it's stuck. Kind of up or down. Generally speaking, the little rotary dial that prints the serial numbers will get kind of jammed up. So you'll see just a hair higher than the rest of the serial number is these two digits. This 2 is a little bit lower. If it's dramatic, way off, then you can actually get quite a bit over face value for those. In this case, it's pretty normal. This one's pretty beat up too, so it's hard to tell if anything else is just damage. 1, 2, 3, missing a couple digits from a ladder note. That's where you have kind of an ascending or descending order of digits. Sometimes broken up can still get some value. Nothing going on there. Kind of a weird printed serial number, but from the damage to the rest of this note, it could just be moisture made this kind of splotchy when it got, or after it got wet. So keep an eye out for that. The damage sometimes can, mislead you to think that there's an error. And nothing going on there. Flip this around. Series 2017A, keep an eye out for star notes and kind of things like that. Off-center prints, ink smears on the reverse of the note. Check out my other videos that talk all about different banknotes that you can look for. Hey, kind of a counter stamp. Dogwood State Bank. I've never heard of that. Let me know if you've heard of Dogwood State Bank in the comments. I have not, but this is a counter stamp, so when they receive them, send them out, do various things at the bank, generally receive it. They'll stamp it with a counter stamp to show reception of the bills. Nothing going on the serial number, nothing on the front, and then these little hash marks kind of that are now more damaged than anything else are also from the money counting machine at the bank. Let's get these in order a bit. They did come out of my wallet, so flip them around. There we go. Cool. Some 2s, some 1s. Nothing else going on the serial number 2013 series. Keep an eye out for B series star notes from 2013. Those can be worth pretty good money. 2017, a little bit of a shift in the seal, but nothing to call home about. Little bit of excess ink coming through the front there. You can see Washington's coat. Hey, a little bit older note. Now, this serial number is, a standard serial number, but for 1999 series notes, there was actually Millennium notes, where the serial number is going to start with the number the year 2000, and they were basically date notes to a degree. There was only 75,000 of those made, and they can be worth really, really good money. Now, 1999 notes in general are not necessarily worth a bunch, even though they're probably one of the older ones you're going to see when you go through your banknotes. They're usually worth only around $3 to $10, believe it or not, when they are graded really, really high, even like in upwards of like your higher MS grades and stuff. So you're basically talking an uncirculated condition of the note, and it's still only worth $10. Star notes can be worth about $20 if they're really, really good condition. And then, of course, fancy serial numbers are the most sought after for 1999 notes, and then a lot of dollar notes in general to get the most value out of them. But it's pretty cool. I mean, a little bit older note, but not something I'm going to hold on to, but something to keep an eye out for is those things. So keep an eye out for those. Nothing going on. Little bit of a weird printed serial number. Somebody was keeping track of their money. I don't know what the deal with that is. 13841. Lots of little bit off printed serial numbers, but nothing to keep. Probably one of the better condition notes so far. And nothing going on here, so nothing too crazy yet. Let me know what you've been coming across in your coin and banknote searches, your collectible searches in general lately, in the comments. I love hearing about that stuff. 2021 series, tons of those printed. If you want to learn about coins, currency, collectibles, go to my website, varietyerrors.com. I have a lot of free information. There's like over 5,000 pages now of free info. There is some ads for me to make $1 or $2 to keep the site running. And also I pay for an SSL to secure the site, so you don't have to worry about your information or anything like that. And then conversely, I don't have to worry about my information, since a lot more of that is attached to the site than yours, honestly. What a weird... Look at that. Kind of weird. Probably the remnants of some sort of stamp, I would assume. But it is very weirdly printed on or in the note. Looks like the number 10. Let me know what you think. Kind of a weirdly stamped $5 note. I'm going to hold on to it, look at it a bit closer through a USB scope or a jeweler's loupe. But I think it's just the remnants of a stamp. You let me know what you think. I think the tone of that is a bit off, like the tone of stamp, you know, the ink for a stamp. But you let me know. I'm going to hold on to it for now, though. Another $5 note, 2021 series. This one's way worse off condition. Definitely been wet and folded up, so if it was collectible, that would detract from value. Nothing going on in the reverse. 2017, little bit of kind of blurring of ink right here. I'd have to say damage. Same here. Now that I'm looking at it, you can tell kind of, well, it might be hard to see. There's a little bit of kind of like a shadow of green around the whole serial number, and that's indicative of it being wet at one point, which just kind of like blurred the ink within the cotton linen mix that makes up Federal Reserve notes here in the US. So, you know, don't get confused by that versus a collectible note. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. So close to a broken ladder, but I'm not going to hold on to it. Really cool, though. I guess in a sense, you know, would you hold on to this? It kind of goes around the end and then starts around again, if you know what I mean. I mean, I probably could have worded that better, but basically, if we start at the top, though, it's 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. You let me know if you would hold on to that. I'm not going to. I'll set it aside, though. I guess that's holding on to it, but I'll set it aside for now until enough of you say something. If all of you deem I should hold on to it, I'll hold on to it. It's just $1. Nothing else going on there. Reverse of the note. We only got a couple left. Down to the last 2. Nothing in the serial number on the bottom one here. 2017 A, little bit of damage to the note, so it's hard to tell if anything's going on there. Same dealio here. At first glance, I thought we had kind of a misprinting, but it's hard to tell on the camera. But there's actually kind of a scuff mark here. So at first glance, I thought I had kind of a really cool error, but not so much. Folded, beat up, damaged. Nothing in the serial number. Reverse of the note. Holy cow. Oh, probably the worst one we've had. You can tell it's all seen its day, but still worth $1. What are we holding on to? Our very weirdly stamped note. I like the mystery of it. I'm going to take a closer look at it. I'll let you know in a comment or in the description if I find anything else out, but, you know, kind of funky. I'm thinking just the remnants of a stamp. You let me know on that one. This guy as well, kind of, I guess, ladder note, because I mean, it is in order. 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me know if you'd hold on to that. I will keep both of these for now. Primarily, I think this one might be a keeper, but you let me know. I'll talk to you guys in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.